Welcome to Martini Monday and to my Sephora haul. Hi guys, happy Martini Monday. I'm having a last word today. That's why it's in a different glass because I kind of feel like this needs a little bit of one of those teeny tiny martini glasses, but I don't have those. So this is as close as I got. Last word is a cocktail with gin, some chartreuse, lime juice, and the maraschino cherry liqueur. And no makeup yet because I wanted to do a try on of whatever I could. This is more of like I guess you could call a realistic but bougie Sephora haul, at least for me. I didn't want to go ahead and do the whole try on and then come back to film the intro, mainly because of my martini. I wanted to show you guys how pretty it is before starting to drink it. I know, what a reason, right? Let's try this. Oh, that's so good. I love a last word. It's a strong drink. Probably good that it's on a smaller side today. But yeah, we are doing a Sephora haul. I wasn't sure I was gonna have a Sephora haul. If you guys saw my last probably 2 videos by now, I even briefly mentioned how I did not do any Sephora sale content on my channel, mainly to prevent myself from getting sucked into buying really anything, but at least buying more than clearly what I did. I was worried that like if I do a wish list video or recommendations video during the sale that it will egg me on to buy more than I should, because I really should not have bought anything. But I feel like the only time I haven't shopped a Sephora sale in like the past decade is 2020, which was my no-buy year. I guess to upkeep the tradition, I decided to buy very little, but a couple of items in here are very high-end for me. So I'm both excited and scared because I spent a lot of money considering how few items I purchased. So I really hope that they work out, and that's why I wanted to jump in and right away try these things. If you're new to my channel, then hi, my name is Natalia. I'm a concert pianist who loves all things makeup and beauty, and 2024 is the year that I have promised myself I'm going to try to use as much of my collection as possible, especially all the brand new makeup products that I have purchased over the past several years, and it's still been sitting around unused because I do have quite a lot of that. So I'm trying to buy less to give myself more time and opportunity to appreciate and use the products that are already in my home, and occasionally I slip, and this is one of those videos. If you're interested in that type of mixed content where I do revisit a lot of my older makeup but occasionally throw in some new items too, then I hope you will consider subscribing and joining us here. Without any further ado, let me show you what I got in the sale, and then let's try some of this on. All right, I want to hear, what did you get in the Sephora sale? Have you shopped the Sephora sale? I'm not at all saying you should if you haven't. I'm just curious. Have you shopped the Sephora sale? What are some of the things that you purchased? I am a nosy bee. I want to know. Let's see what we got in here. I'm actually really excited for a few of the samples I got too, and I might be trying a few of them. One of the foundations I have wanted to try for many years, and they had this as a sample, is the Dior Backstage. I know this is the new one. Obviously, I wanted to try the old one back in the day. I have a feeling 1N neutral might be on the darker end of things.
Trucks this time, not earthquakes. Wow, that's very rumbly though. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Do I wait this out, or do I just keep on keeping on?
I guess I'm just gonna continue. I'm really sorry if you guys can hear. There must be a truck or something parked outside. But yeah, so sampler number 1 that I'm very excited about. This though is maybe what I will use today because I'm even more excited about this sample. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. There's an ultra hydrating duo here. So I have a glow serum, which is a hydrating and priming face serum, and then the serum skin tint. This is the priming serum, and then we have these 6 shades here. These are all too dark, but I think I might try the 2. Hopefully that will at least let me know if I like the formula, whether the 2 is something I would use in the summer, because I have a feeling this is a type of product I would use more in the summer. So this will help me, I guess, decide whether I should purchase the 2 one day if I love this, or whether I need whatever the 1 is. I think the other 2 samples, because I did place 2 orders, and I'll show you the second item that I purchased, and it was completely influenced by 2 of my friends over on Instagram. Sunsarae, whose Instagram handle I'm blanking on right now. I will make sure to put it on the screen or in the description box. And my friend Zhanna, she's Chic Brooklyn Beauty, maybe, or something. Again, I will make sure to link the gals, but they definitely influenced my second purchase, which was one of the bougie purchases. And that was this Yves Saint Laurent Candy Glaze Lip Gloss Stick Duo. And the reason for why I succumbed to this is I think each one of these is something like $45, and then the duo was $55 for 2 plus the 20% off discount that I got. I've already busted into the one that is like the more clear one. I think the shade number is 2. Is it just called Healthy Glow Plumper? I don't know. And then there's number 15, Showcasing Nude. So these do just come in this box. I mean, it's a cute box, maybe not the most luxurious, but again, the savings are there as far as getting 2 for almost the price of 1. The packaging is gorgeous as always. Yves Saint Laurent has beautiful packaging. No box, but again, I'm assuming because it was a combo. So this is basically like a very pale pinky, really clear balm. This feels like a balm and I really love it. If this is the same candy glaze formula that they used to have though, I don't know if they've like changed it. I can't afford luxury, so I occasionally will watch my friends who do luxury, but it doesn't interest me as much just because I know it's more than I can spend at the moment. I've seen a few videos on this and Kackie comes to mind immediately. As I said, some of my friends on Instagram rave about this. I know when candy glaze first came out, I did receive one as part of an influencer campaign, and I remember being shocked that I was even chosen for it. That one, while I do really enjoy it, the formula is much more liquidy and it's just a much darker color, so it's not one I use very often. It's like a brown, and this one is in number 04. I don't know what the name of that would be, but if you guys are familiar with these, maybe you would know. I wasn't sure whether I should buy more because that formula is a little bit too emollient for me, and I feel like because it's a darker color, it really just goes all over the place. But I like the fact that one of these is a clear, and that is why I got this set, because I was considering getting just the clear, and then, you know, I got that other shade that I haven't even showed you guys as basically a bonus. So maybe we will try this one together later. I have not tried this one or swatched it or done anything with it. Okay. And then the samples I got with that, because I think I didn't really see anything else as far as complexion or makeup that I really wanted to try. So I got perfumes. There was this Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Violet, and I don't even think I selected this one. I'm guessing whatever I selected, which I don't remember what it was out. They threw this in instead. I do, however, remember selecting a Killian scent. Again, whether it was Can't Stop Loving You or something else, that I couldn't tell you at this point, but I know I did select a Killian scent and some other scent. Don't believe it was this, but you know, I got what I got. Let's get back into the first order. Cute little thing I got, because I think it was like $2 by the time you get the 30% off, is the Chubby Pencil Sharpener separate. I do have one. I think it's my NARS one where I have the regular sharpener and the chubby one, and I have a couple of antiques by now. These were my mom's back from the Soviet Union, and these are just for the chubby pencils. So I don't know why I felt the need to have another one. I guess because it was only $2. So here we are. I got a deodorant out of all things because I was in the mood to try deodorant. This is from Kosas. This is the Kosas Sport line, and this is a fragrance-free AHA serum deodorant. I think it was the AHA that intrigued me. I was really curious to see what would that do. So not very glamorous, not something obviously we're gonna try today, but something I am very excited to check out. I also got more fragrance. This is the Sephora favorites with Commodity Book Maison Saint Marie number 4. I don't speak French, so I don't remember how to say this Bout de Valancourt or something. The replica from the garden. Juliet has a gun. I think it's the Nada perfume, which I do own in a full size, but it would be fun to have a little one. This is something I really have been dying to try, and that is Woodphoria from Boy Smells. So excited to try that. Clean Reserve Warm Cotton. I'm not sure I'm gonna love that, but that's all right. What else do we have in here? Yves Saint Laurent, myself, and oh, the other one I really wanted to try was the Glacier You fragrance. So I was hoping that I would really like either the Woodphoria or the Glacier You to cash in my little certificate. But if not, I know that I do enjoy most of the Margiela scents, the replica scents. So From the Garden could be a backup plan. Obviously, Juliet Has a Gun could be a backup plan. I do have a full size, but it is something I really enjoy. I don't remember if I've ever smelled Commodity Book, so I'm curious about that one too. I just thought it had some really good options in here that I have yet to try. So I did go ahead and pick up this. I'm saving the bougiest thing for the end. And yes, there is more fragrance. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of videos on this. Let me know if you guys would like me to do one. But I did snag the Forever Mood sampler. And I can't tell you how excited I was and how much I can't wait to try the first one tomorrow when I go to work. This box is so beautiful. Like, for a sampler, it's so sturdy. It is so well done. I love the design. I love that there's Jackie on the back and the descriptions, and I really think she did a phenomenal job with the packaging of the sampler. To be honest, the full-size bottles are not really my style, but I really love this. This is so well done. And those bottles look beautiful too. It's just a personal choice. I did go ahead and cash in 500 points for a Kerastase set. I haven't had really expensive bougie shampoo and conditioner in many years. I used to really love Kerastase and would splurge on it on occasion in my 20s. So this is kind of me going down memory lane and trying out some Kerastase products now on much older hair of mine to see what it's gonna do. It's the Color Care Essentials, and I do now have to color my hair. Well, I don't have to, but I choose to because I have a lot of gray. I'm curious to give this a try. And last but not least, I got a Gucci bronzer. I did it. I got a Gucci bronzer. I said in one of my videos recently that I'm trying to resist buying all the bronzers that I want. Clearly that didn't work. I got the Gucci bronzer, and I still have my eye on that NYX one. I'm not so sure anymore about the RMS one that I mentioned, but the pouch, it's cute. Luxury products, like, they have to throw in these extra things. Like, I don't really need the pouch. I don't even know. I guess I'll keep it in the pouch. The actual packaging is beautiful. I've never seen these in person, or at least I've never looked for it in person. Oh wow, okay, so I guess you can do a refill for this. This is really cool. I was worried it was gonna have like a really strong scent. It's not too bad, because I know luxury products always have perfume in them. I expected worse, so it's not so bad. That doesn't bother me too much. I'm excited about that. And I got this in Eclat Soleil 01. I'm sure I butchered all of that, but we're definitely trying this out today. So I'm thinking the Danessa Myrix. I'm probably gonna pull from my Danessa Myrix cream blush that my friend Kelly gifted me. I'm definitely gonna try this, and then I'll have to see. I'll maybe pull some other products from Sephora that I want to play with today, in case you guys are still looking to shop. I think the sale ends today because I am gonna try my best to post this on Monday. Keep me away. Keep me away from the app and from my computer. That's all I can say. I really do hope that this is going to be my only Sephora haul. Let's jump into this. I just showered not long ago, so hence the wet hair up in a bun, but I haven't done anything as far as skincare after my shower. So what I'm gonna do is, I've had the sample lying around for this Bobbi Brown, the vitamin enriched face base. I think I'm gonna put this in first, let it sink in for a few minutes, and then go in with this glow serum, just just because that's normally what I would do. I would not just use a priming serum on its own. I would first moisturize with something. And since I forgot to do that straight out of the shower and I have this lying around on my desk because I've been curious to try it, I figured why not? I've heard about this product for so many years. And from what I've heard, it's like a very thick moisturizer consistency. And yes, it does seem to be. It has like a fresh citrusy scent to it. For my dry skin, I don't feel like a lot of people were saying, oh, this is so incredibly moisturizing and just so thick. Not to me. It seems like a, you know, a nice medium consistency moisturizer. It doesn't even feel that thick to me. While I'm waiting for the Bobbi Brown to sink in, I want to read a little bit about all of these Danessa Myricks products because they're brand new to me. I know they've been out for a while and so many people have talked about it, but I'm curious. So step 1 is the Prep and Prime Yummy Skin Glow Serum. It's supposed to hydrate and plump. It has hyaluronic acid and olive squalene, both ingredients my skin usually really likes, antioxidant protection with turmeric and fruit extracts, and a radiance boost in the form of vitamin C. And then of course step 2 is the Cover and Glow, the Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. It is available in 16 sheer flexible shades. So that's good. I'm gonna go with shade 2, and this is supposed to hydrate and correct. It's supposed to have sodium hyaluronate and collagen peptides in it. Smooth and plump with more olive squalene and cactus extract, and to strengthen and protect with ceramides and some more collagen peptides. I've heard so many people rave about the Yummy Skin tint, and it's been on my wish list to try. So when I saw the little sample, because I knew I don't really want to be spending too much money this sale, I jumped on it. I was so grateful that I actually did get this, because you know how it is with the Sephora sales. If they don't have that specific sample, they just substitute for something else. We are gonna go in with this glow serum. Let's check it out. Oh wow, what shade do I have? Does this come in a shade? This is very bronzy. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I like the scent. I don't know what this smells like. This reminds me of something. Like I'm definitely having a smell memory. I just can't think back to what, but I know that this brings me back to something either in my childhood or just earlier days. It's like a green scent, but I also feel like there's maybe a hint of watermelon. Is that possible? I was really intimidated by that bronzy color, but it's not. It just gives a glow, like it says. And it feels, I don't know if it's a combination of the Bobbi Brown in this, but it feels almost like slightly oily. It feels like an oil more than a serum. I feel like I should let this sink into for a few more minutes before continuing, to be honest. It feels really nice though, like really smooth and comforting and silky. Almost like, you know, a balm for the face as opposed to a balm for the lips. I waited probably about 5-10 minutes at this point. My face is still very sticky, but we're gonna roll with it. Again, I'm not sure if it's the Bobbi Brown. I guess I really shouldn't have mixed the two together. That was not very smart on my part. And of course, I only had one sample of both of them, so it's not like I can come back and really tell you guys which product is the stickier one. I don't want to be waiting till midnight for my skin to finally be ready for the next step, so we're just gonna keep moving. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Hopefully it will be. And I also don't know whether I should do this with hands, sponge, I do have one prepared just in case, or a brush. Maybe what I'll do is I will distribute the product with my fingers and then maybe start blending out with a sponge, which is usually how I prefer to apply my skin tints and foundation. And if that ends up soaking up too much product or whatever else, I will have the brush as a backup plan here. I will say, I have been loving, for both concealer and foundation, I just feel like by now it's a bit too dirty, this Singe F02 brush. Ooh, this has become probably one of my favorite brushes in my collection recently. So totally unrelated to this whole Sephora video, but you know, there's that. I think actually, as far as shade match, I don't think this is so bad. I think to me it seemed darker. As far as the amount of product, yeah, there's really not much in here, so coverage might not be fantastic, but if anything, I can always go back in with a concealer. I'm gonna start with fingers just to spread things. Feels really nice. Again, I don't know, it's like balmy. I have a feeling it's that glow serum. Really like how that feels on my skin. Let's do this. I mean, it's supposed to be light coverage. Sheer is what it said. So yeah, it's not gonna cover up these nasty red spots, but don't know if I like it with a brush. I feel like that's just kind of smearing it. Obviously, this is gonna be a first and possibly only impression. I feel like, and it's good maybe that my skin is not at its best. I feel like for me, this is not gonna be enough coverage to justify purchasing another complexion product because I have enough things right now that I need to go through where I don't know if this is a must. So I'm really glad actually that I got the sample. I like the overall like healthy look to my skin. If anything, I would probably in the future consider the primer. I feel like that I probably would really enjoy. If you guys have any of these products, I really would love you to chime in because this is just makeup playtime with you. There's obviously no reviewing happening here. It is literally a first time try on. With the Yves Saint Laurent Balm, the shade 2, I can already tell you I love it because I've been using it for a couple of days. I feel like I've applied it at least 5 times since. So clearly that tells you I've been loving it. I'm going to color correct and throw on some concealer. I'm gonna use a few things, all available at Sephora. In case you guys are interested, I will link everything that I'm using today down below. I will be using some Natasha Denona products. Just a heads up, I don't know how long the sale is gonna run, but as I'm filming this, Natasha Denona is having like a festival sale at 30% off. Some of these products you might want to cross-check there. I don't believe her correctors or concealers are on sale, so in that case, if this is something you've been eyeing, you're probably better off getting it in the Sephora sale if it's something you want now. I'm gonna use a little bit of Tower 28, which of course is available at Sephora, and I have to say, I actually probably prefer the Tower 28 personally to the Natasha Denona concealer. I really thought I was gonna love this upon like my first and second impression. I feel like it's a little too thick and heavy for me, no matter how little I use. I just think my skin is too dry and too thin and too sensitive and just too crepey to be dealing with such a heavy product. I know it says it's a serum concealer. I would have to disagree, unfortunately. However, I feel like the corrector has a slightly thinner formula, and I really have been enjoying the corrector. So I'm gonna go in with the corrector. I'll either speed through or just cut this out. I'm gonna do corrector and Tower 28 under my eyes, and then I'll probably use the Natasha Denona to try to hide some of these spots.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to.
Concealer is on. For powder, clearly you guys saw I didn't purchase powder. The only ones I think I own that are currently sold in Sephora are the Lawless powder and this Tatcha loose powder, and because this is in my basket of doom, I think I'm actually going to use the Tatcha today. I'm gonna do the sponge under my eyes, and then I'll see, I might do a brush all over. I am, however, using a cream blush and a powder bronzer, so I think I'll still powder, do the bronzer, and then do the cream blush. I have a feeling the blush is gonna be fine with that from how good it's been so far.
I'll meet you at the end.
And powder definitely took away some of the glow. I didn't powder my whole face. I left my cheeks for now untouched because I want to see how the bronzer applies without me powdering first. Moment of truth. I'm kind of nervous. This BK Beauty 104 is usually what I use for bronzer, so we're gonna go with that one since it's my favorite. So this is shade 1. I think I've mentioned that earlier. It's supposed to be more of like a reddy pinky bronzer, which is why I got it. It's really pretty shade. That really is. I think it would have applied a little bit better had I actually powdered. Let's try powdering the other cheek. It's very powdery. Gosh, what does this smell remind me of? Yeah, definitely a lot easier to blend when my face is powdered. Though it just went on like a little patchy, but then blended out beautifully. So I'm not concerned at all about that. It's just more of like that first initial, I had a little bit of that moment. I usually don't love strong scents in my complexion products, but I like this scent. I wish I could pinpoint what it is. It's some type of a flower, I want to say. Could it be like Lily of the Valley or something? That could be why I like it, if it is in fact Lily of the Valley, because that's very much a childhood scent for me. Because we had a lot of those flowers back in Russia. I think it looks beautiful. Can you guys see anything? I'm almost tempted to put on more, which is what I think I like about it so far. Is I don't think this is one I'm going to be able to like overdo it with. Because with some bronzers, I definitely can. This, I feel like even if I do overdo it, maybe because of that rosy tone, I don't think it looks unnatural. I think it still looks really pretty. Though I think this is as far as I'm gonna take it, because I'm worried if I do one more pass through, it's gonna start to look a little muddy. That's the only thing. So far I like it. I better like it. This thing was pricey. All right, we're gonna go in with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin blush. I don't know if these have like some longer fancy name, but regardless, I have mine is Rosé and Brunch. This was a gift for Christmas from my friend Kelly from Keep Beauty Real. I've been loving it. What I've been doing is actually just using a duo fiber brush and just going straight in. I was using the e.l.f. before. I used to have a Sephora duo fiber. I wonder if, can't remember, I may have decluttered it. In the spirit of trying to use Sephora products, even though this is no longer available, but this is Sephora brush. This was a collab they did years ago with Hakuhodo. It's not a duo fiber, but we're gonna try it. It's not even a synthetic. It's actually, I believe, a natural hair brush, but that's all right. This is fun for me to try different things.
Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow?
I mean, look at that. That's over a lot of powder. This would normally apply even faster and easier and blend out even smoother. It's just, I think, because I am forcing this poor cream blush to do things it's not even meant to.
You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow, so go. Cause you're taking your place, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but
I'm gonna go off camera, do the brows, and then we're gonna do a quick and easy eye look. Try that Yves Saint Laurent candy glaze, and then I wanna hear your thoughts afterwards. Okay, brows are on. I did not have a brow pencil from Sephora. I just used my NYX one. However, I did go ahead and instead of setting everything with my NYX brow glue, I did use the ABH clear gel, brow gel. Simple brows, as always. You guys know probably by now if you've been here long enough, I don't do elaborate brows. I basically fill in a few sparse areas in my already fairly full brows and then set them. That's it, the end. For eyes, I haven't really been purchasing a lot of eyeshadow palettes from Sephora as of late, and I really wanted to use something from my spring picks that I just posted. That probably was the last video that went up right before this one. So I picked out 13, I think it was, eyeshadow palettes from my collection. Half of them ones that I've used in the past, half of them brand new to me, meaning like I've purchased them throughout the years, but I had never gotten around to using them. As you guys know, my whole goal this year is to try to use as many of those brand new eyeshadow palettes as possible. So the only one from the palettes that I've selected that is actually still available at Sephora is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette, which I have never tried before. And if you guys watched my last video, you would know that I actually have a second second one that I am hoping to give away to one of you guys, and I'm gonna see if I decide to do that in this video or come up with some other plan. I am very close to 1,000 subscribers, so maybe I'll just throw it in there instead. Regardless, Natasha Denona was the first brand that gave me an affiliate link. So right now, this palette, if that festival sale is still running, is actually 30% off on her website. So I'm not recommending you actually buy it during the Sephora sale, even if you do plan on still shopping today. If it's still on sale at Natasha Denona, I will link it down below. We're gonna try it together today and see what I think. I'm just gonna use a few shades. I really wanna do something quick and simple because it's getting late. I have a really busy day tomorrow and I still wanna film one more video after this. So I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion. It is in my project pan. I guess any videos that I'm mentioning, I will try to remember to link down below. And as I mentioned already, I will also try to link any products that I'm using down below as well. I do like to set my eyeshadow, and the lightest shade in here is Lucy, which I don't think is quite gonna work. So I'm just gonna use that same Tatcha loose powder. While I do love greens and I am very curious to try these sage greens one day, I don't think I want that to be today. I think actually what I would like to do I want to go neutral or pink? That seems to be the main three things in here, right? Sage greens, neutrals, and pinks, and these are cool tone neutrals as far as I can see. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do these cool tone mattes. If I need to deepen it up, do I have anything? Not particularly. So I guess we're just going to do a very light look today, and then either do this taupey Oscar shade, or depending on how the mattes are looking, I might just go for something really light but shimmery today and do Flutter. So I'm gonna speed through and then we'll talk after.
You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end.
Okay, I just filmed the rest of this video, told you guys exactly what's on my eyes. We did the lip together and everything. I already cheersed you at the end, and it turns out none of that was recording. So here we are again. I'm just gonna walk you through what I have on my eyes. Hopefully you guys actually got to see most of that part. I think it cut out at some point. I'm so sorry. On the eyes, I have Lucy and Faye as my mattes. I was surprised at least on my skin tone. I don't think this is going to be true for anybody beyond a light medium, but on my skin tone, being as fair as I am, these actually went on deeper than how they look in the pan, which I find is very common with Natasha Denona. All over the lid, I have Oscar, and then on the inner third, I have Flutter, and then on the lower lash line, I went in with Jazzy and Maxi, the two brown shimmers, and then blended it out with this lightest matte again. For liner, I went with the Sephora Ultimate Gel Liner because I am trying to do this as much as possible with products you can purchase at Sephora. I don't know if you can actually get these specific liners anymore. Sephora, if you're not aware, has their own factory, so they actually discontinue quite a lot of products because I guess they're constantly tweaking their formulas and trying new things. But pretty much any eyeliner I've tried from them over the years, I've really enjoyed. So if you're looking for new eyeliners, check out their in-house brand. I would definitely recommend their liners. So that is what I have both on my upper and lower lash lines. For mascara, I went in with Huda Beauty, what is this called? Legit Lashes. This was one that came in like one of those sampler kits from Sephora, I want to say last year, and I hadn't gotten around to using it. So I've recently busted into this. I love the way my lashes initially look. I really like both of the wands with this mascara. I like using them in conjunction with one another. The only thing I don't like about this mascara, and it's happened already multiple times, is it does smudge on me. So the last time I wore it a couple of days ago was when my friend Tan, who has a channel here, I'll make sure to link her beauty channel down below. She and I went on like a little half a day girls trip. We hadn't seen each other in about a year. We went to a farm, a pick your own farm down in New Jersey, in South Jersey, about an hour south of New York. It was our warmest day so far that we've had. We were like in the mid 70s, but on a field with the sun beaming on us the whole day. And definitely this mascara did not hold up. She even had to, you know, let me know like, you've got smudges, let's clean you up. I don't know. I still have the voucher. I gotta figure out which mascara I'm gonna buy from that pack. I was really hoping it might be this one, but it has been smudging on me, so that's a bummer. But that is what is on my eyes. And let's just quickly recap. I think I'm really liking the Danessa Myricks products. The more I've had them on, the more I am impressed. I did, as you guys saw, powder everything down, and of course then put the Gucci bronzer over that, which first time so far really good. The Danessa Myricks blush, which I love, and I already knew that going into this video. And all we have left to do, for me it's already not a first impression, is to try out the Yves Saint Laurent Candy Glaze, the shade 15. It's like nude something. Where's the box? Hold. Showcasing nude. I already know how this went on, but you guys don't. I was debating initially whether to do a lip liner or not, and I chose not to because with these balmy products, I prefer to have the option to just throw this in my purse and not have to deal with a lip liner, even though I love lip liners. That is what we're doing today. No lip liner. I think on my skin tone, the color is gorgeous. I think it is just pigmented enough where it can really polish off a look, but does not yet need a lip liner. Because if I do that, even if I go outside of my lip line, it doesn't start to look crazy. It still looks really, really nice. And I do love the balmy feel of this. It is just like the one in the clear shade. What I did do for you guys before I realized that nothing was recording is I pulled out my third one, which is in shade 4. I'm sorry, I don't remember what the actual name is. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. This one is the one I got from Influencer, and it is a much deeper shade. So if I were to swatch all three, this one barely shows up because it is, of course, clear. So I don't know if you guys can see just the shine of it. There it is, a little bit on my finger. I don't know if you can see. It's like a creamy, milky sort of shade. Here's the one that I got in Influencer. You saw that, right? Like half swipe. Really much deeper and very emollient, which means it slips and slides. And this shade I cannot do without a lip liner. There's that. And then here's the shade I have on right now, which is probably my favorite of the three. There it is. I think that's beautiful. I do think that if you were a deeper skin tone, you might really appreciate some of those darker colors that Yves Saint Laurent has in this lineup. It's just that for me, if I rub my lips like this with this shade and it goes outside of my lip line, it looks insane. It really does. It looks very crazy. Whereas with this one, I don't feel like I would be afraid to do that. But if you're deeper, you might really enjoy this one. Let me know what you think of my haul. Let me know what you think of these products, if you have them, if you like them, if you don't. And other than that, thank you so much for being here for my little try on. I really do appreciate it. As I mentioned, I wasn't sure what I'm going to do with the giveaway for this palette because I do have an extra. I think I'm going to wait because this is more of a Sephora dedicated video. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'll do more of a Natasha Denona dedicated video in the future. And at that point, maybe consider putting this palette into a separate giveaway. Or I will, as I said, surprise you guys and throw it into my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Because as of the time that I'm filming this, I'm only 9 subscribers away. I'm just so excited about how close I am. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. And other than that, I hope that you guys are doing really, really well. I hope that you're continuing to stay safe and healthy. Take care of yourselves and those around you. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Cheers and bye guys.